Here we have a problem on proportion. Let's read the question. If A is to B is equal to C is to D is equal to 2.5 is to 1.5, what are the values of AD is to BC and A plus C is to B plus D? Here there is a continued proportion because there are three ratios equal, so it's a continued proportion. Using this continued proportion, I have to find the values of two ratios, AD is to BC and A plus C is to B plus D. Okay, first let's find the value of the ratio AD is to BC. Okay, in this ratio AD is to BC, the first term is AD, which is the product of A and D. The second term is BC, which is the product of B and C. Okay, let me take a part of the given proportion, that is A is to B is to C is to D. Okay, in the given continued proportion, I have taken only the first two ratios. So these two ratios are equal, so this is also proportion. Okay, in this proportion, now what I am going to do is, I am going to apply cross product rule. So cross product rule is nothing but the product of extremes A and D is equal to the product of means B and C. So in any proportion with two ratios, we can apply cross product rule. It is a product of extremes is equal to the product of means. When we look at the ratio AD is to BC, this is almost similar to cross product rule AD is to BC. The only difference is here we have equal sign, but here this is ratio. So the same cross product rule is given as ratio. So for that ratio we have to find the value. Okay, so to find the value of this ratio, I am using the cross product rule AD is equal to BC. Here I assume there is 1 multiplied on the left side. It won't make any changes in the value because BC times 1 is BC. Now BC is multiplied by 1. If this BC comes to the left side of the equation, it will become division. So AD divided by BC is equal to 1. Okay, now we can assume there is denominator 1 here. So now by taking denominator 1 for this 1, will not change the value because 1 divided by 1 is equal to 1. So now we have a fraction on the left side and fraction on the right side. Now we can write both the fractions as ratios. So we get AD is to BC is equal to 1 is to 1. So now we got the value of the first ratio AD is to BC, that is 1 is equal to 1. So whenever the cross product rule of a proportion with two ratios is given as a ratio and we want to find the value of that ratio, always its value will be 1 is to 1. We don't have to consider this ratio 2.5 is to 1.5, which is equal to both the ratios A is to B equal to C is to D. So if the cross product rule of a proportion is given as ratio, always the value of that particular ratio will be 1 is to 1. Let's find the value of the second ratio A plus C is to B plus D. Okay, let me take the continued proportion, that is A is to B is equal to C is to D is equal to 2.5 is to 1.5. Okay, now I am going to take a part of the given proportion, that is I am going to take only the first two ratios. A is to B is equal to C is to D. So these two ratios are equal, so this is also called proportion. Okay, in this proportion I am going to apply add under property. So add under property is nothing but adding all the first terms and adding all the second terms. So add all the first terms, that is A and C, and I am going to add both the second terms B and D. Now I form a new ratio with the addition of first terms, addition of second terms. According to the add under property, the new ratio we get by adding the first terms and second terms of the proportion will be equal to each ratio of the given proportion. So this new ratio will be equal to A is to B and also C is to D. Okay, now let's compare these two proportions. Okay, in the first proportion 2.5 is to 1.5 is equal to A is to B is equal to C is to D. In the second proportion A plus C is to B plus D is equal to A is to B equal to C is to D. So both 2.5 is to 1.5 and A plus C is to B plus D are equal to the same thing, that is A is to B equal to C is to D. So we can equate these two ratios, that is A plus C is to B plus D is equal to 2.5 is to 1.5. So now we can simplify this ratio. So first we have to express the terms of this ratio as integers. So we can multiply both the terms by 10 to remove the decimal. We get 25 is to 15. Both the terms of this ratio are the common divisor 5. So we can divide both the terms of this ratio by 5. We get 5 is to 3. So the value of the ratio A plus C is to B plus D is 5 is to